Hey guys, welcome back to RKRC. If you guys have ever wore out drive shafts and you had to buy new ones, you realize that they are very, very expensive to replace all of them. And that's exactly what I did on this Tekno SL. I got the old drive shafts from it. I'm going to go ahead and replace the pins in these so that I can use these as backups. So if you guys have ever wondered if you can replace the pins in these, you can, and it's actually very, very simple. So I went ahead and got on Amazon and ordered some 2.5 by 10 millimeter pins. They're just actually roller bearings. So to replace these pins, which are pretty wore out, you're going to need a fancy tool like this. Now, this is a Mugen tool. I think there's other companies that make them. And if you don't have these, believe it or not, you can actually just use a socket and an old vise. You're just going to stick that in there like that and use the vise to push that pin out and to push the new one in. But since I've got one of these, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it with this. All right, the first thing I like to do is take a piece of masking tape and just put on the bottom of this. That way if the pin does fall through here, it doesn't fall on the ground and I don't lose it. So we'll go ahead and clamp that in the vise here and clamp it fairly tight. Ignore my big boots here. You insert the drive shaft here from the top, and there's a little slot on the other side where the pin goes in. So just put that in there like that. You're going to take your tool here. Now this tool has like a little tip on it. You're going to put that in there, and you're just going to push that pin right out with this tool. Now it's not going to come all the way out. You're going to use the other pin to push it completely out. Just take this tool and line the pin up that's inside of that tool with the drive axle pin. You might hear a pop. There you go. Alright, so you can see the pin is almost all the way out. I'm going to put the other piece in there. It actually has a hole in there. Alright, now you're just going to use that tool and push that pin all the way through. The other one's going to come out. There's the old pin. It bottomed out there, so it's probably not even. I'm probably going to have to put the other tool in there. Take that out. We're going to throw this other one on there. I'm just going to eyeball it, and that doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, so if you don't have one of these fancy tools, you can just use a socket. So you can take this pin right there and tighten that down until that pin bottoms out right there, and then you'll take a new pin once that's bottomed out, put it there and put it on that vise and just squeeze that tight until that other pin, the new pin, pushes the old pin out, and then just kind of tweak it until it gets centered. It's probably a little bit more tedious than using a tool, but you know, those tools are like 50 bucks. If you don't want to spend $50 on them, this works just as well. With that pin replaced here, I've got a complete new set of drive axles and the drive shafts. And that way, if I'm out the track and I break one, I've got an extra one. It's always nice to be able to reuse something as opposed to just throwing something away and buying new. So anyway, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you guys have done this, let me know what you think in the comments. And if I did something wrong, let me know. Appreciate you guys tuning in.